Hi, good evening to all of you. Is my audio clear to you? Are we live? Please confirm in the chat box. Yes, my audio is all right. Okay, yes. Okay, everybody, a very good evening once again. Today we are here for day 2 of our cost and management accounting MCQ discussion. All right. So yesterday I started with introduction and cost sheet. I only did one part of that, after which we went to material and labor topic. Okay. So therefore today I'll be first completing the part 2 of introduction and cost sheet. After that we will be taking up new topics for the day. So for those who missed previous YouTube session on MCQ, let me clarify one thing. All these PPTs that I'm discussing will be converted into PDF, and I will be sharing the PDF with all of you. You will have to check the description wherein I'll be sharing the link from which you can download the PDF copy of all these PowerPoint presentations that I am using in the class. Okay. So let these sessions be over. When the session is going on, don't worry about copying the question or making note of anything. Just pay attention, reply to the questions that I ask, try to answer as many MCQs as possible. I'll be reading your queries or doubts if you have any, and I will not be just discussing question and answer. I'll also be discussing what are the other possible ways in which they can try and confuse and how to handle those kind of additional things that they may ask in examination. So pay full attention, and I am in no hurry to complete all MCQs in 3 YouTube sessions. If needed, I am okay to do one more YouTube session number 4 also for you guys, so that we complete full syllabus slowly and properly. Okay, so there is no urgency or hurry from my end. You also try not to go fast and mess up even the easy questions. I'm repeating, if needed, I am okay to add one more session. Earlier I thought I'll be doing 3 sessions of YouTube live, but I'm okay to do one more. If you need my help and if you require more explanation, do not worry about the time. Ask as many doubts as possible in the chat box. I'm here to help you. Okay. All right. Chalo, let's start today's session. Introduction and cost sheet part 2. Yesterday part 1 was done. Today I'm starting with part 2 question. Salary paid to supervisor is a part of dash. First of all, a common mistake that many students do. Supervisor is not a direct employee. He is not a direct labor. He doesn't make the product. Please understand the mistake that students do. They think supervisor will also be working along with labor. No, no, no. Supervisors do not work. They ensure that everyone in the team is working. Okay. They do the supervision work. They don't work. I hope this is clear to you. They don't work. Therefore, supervisors are indirect labors, they're not direct labors. And where do supervisors work? They are in factory all the time. That means it should be factory overhead. Option B. Yes. Next, question number 2. Audit fees paid to auditor is part of administration cost, without any doubt. I don't think anyone has any questions in this. Pramit, question number 1 and one more Guru. Student name is Guru. Yeah. Salary paid to supervisor is not administration cost. In office, if I'm managing people, I'm not called a supervisor. I'm called a manager. Therefore, the wording here used is supervisor should be understood as someone who is managing factory operations. Okay. So question 2 is very simple. Audit fee paid to auditors is always office and administration cost. Let's move on. Question number 3. Salary paid to factory support staff. Go very slow. When they use the word support staff, you need to first understand they are not the main employees. They are only doing the secondary activities. They are the support providers, correct? That means it cannot be direct labor cost. It should be factory overhead. I hope this is clear. If the wording was salary paid to direct workers, then it is direct employee cost. If salary is paid to support staff, then it is purely indirect in nature. And since it is in factory, it should be factory overhead. Yes. Question number 3. Sorry, question number 4. A Limited received an order for which it purchased a special frame for manufacturing. It is part of dash. Now please observe, a company received an order, okay, for that particular order they have purchased a frame. That means this is an expenditure directly chargeable to this job or this customer. Therefore this should be counted as direct expense. Everybody go very slow. I can see some wrong answers. Siri, it is not direct material, it's a frame, it's not raw material. Understanding, it's a frame that is used, it's like use and throw kind of an item. Yeah, and that frame, you fill the raw material in the frame to get the output. So therefore frame cannot be used for another customer because every frame comes with a specific design. I hope it is clear to you. Therefore this is the direct expense. I can see a lot of students are sending wrong answer for question number 4. Guys, please understand, special frame is not the direct material. Direct material is filled inside that frame and then you get the output. This is a one time use, and they said we have purchased this special frame for that specific order, for that special order, for that customer. That means it should be considered as expense attributable to specific job. If something is attributable to specific job, it should be direct expense. All right, question number 5. Go slow again. Canteen expenses for factory workers should be treated as dash. It should be treated as option A, factory overhead. Understand, anything incurred in factory should be factory overhead. If it is direct, it will go to prime cost. Canteen expenses, definitely not a direct cost, it's an indirect cost. So indirect cost will surely go to overhead category. Therefore, since it is an indirect cost incurred in factory, it should be factory overhead. Quite simple. Can I continue? Question number 6. Let's see. A manufacturer has set up lab for testing products for compliance with standards. Salary for this lab staff should be treated as quality control cost. Option B. Sir, why is it quality control cost? Read properly. It says this lab is set up for testing the products. That means you want to ensure that the products are well within the compliance rules. Read properly. It says testing the products for compliance with the standards. You have set a particular standard, or government has given a particular standard. You have taken a permission, yes, and now you have to make the product as per that standard itself. Now what if you violate that? Then you may have to face some fine and penalty, notice and all of that. Therefore you have set up a specific lab, and that lab will only do the testing of the products, correct? That means this should be considered as what? Quite simple, quality control cost. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I think there was some issue with the network. It's fine now. Let me continue. Yes. Question 6 done. Question number 7. Postage and telegram is example of office and administrative overhead. Very simple. Very silly question. Yes. Let's move on. Question number 8. Which of the following is not indirect cost? Please observe properly. Which of the following is not indirect cost? If something is not indirect, then it has to be direct. Correct? Read now. Option A. Research and development cost, primary packing, admin overhead related to production, all of this is part of overheads. Cost of making a design pattern for a specific job, just now we discussed 2 3 questions before. Correct? Sir, this should be a direct expense. Factory supervisor salary, depreciation on plant and machinery, this is all indirect in nature. Stores and spares consumed, repair, maintenance of plant and machinery, this is all indirect in nature. Option B should be the correct answer, because cost of making design pattern for a specific job is direct expense. This will be part of prime cost. Yes. All right. Question number 9. Which of the following does not form part of prime cost? Read properly. Which of the following does not form part of prime cost? Cost of packing. I think option A itself is the answer, because packing is never a part of prime cost. However, I will still read option B. Cost of transportation paid to bring material to factory. Freight inwards is always part of prime cost. GST paid on raw material, input credit cannot be claimed. If input credit cannot be claimed, then it should be taken as cost of material itself. Overtime premium paid to workers. As long as you are paying to workers, regular salary, overtime, DA, HRA, everything is part of labor cost. Therefore, A is the answer, because packing, whether it is primary or it is secondary, both will come after prime cost. Some students have this confusion. Sir, primary packing, shouldn't I consider that as prime cost? Answer is no. No, no, no. Primary packing, secondary packing, both will come below prime cost. Below prime cost. And this question simply says which does not form part of prime cost. There should not be any confusion now. Let's move on. Question number 10. Depreciation of director's laptop is treated as administration overhead. Very simple question, because they said director laptop. Now director has to be considered as part of office administration, correct? And his laptop has some depreciation, has to be office administration only. Suppose in exam they give marketing director, sales director. If it is specifically mentioned, then you can consider it as selling and distribution. But when the word is simply director, it can be any director, say managing director. And when I do not know managing director, again I'm making an assumption when I say managing director, correct? You should give me in question properly whether he's a production director, design director, R&D director, or sales marketing director, finance director. If you don't mention, then I consider director simply as managing director, and he will sit and do the management of entire organization. I take it as a common cost, therefore it will go to administration overheads. Okay, let's move on. Question number 11. Material consumed is 8 lakh, opening stock is 2 lakh, closing stock is 1 lakh 75,000. What is the cost of raw material purchased? I want you to try and send answer to me in the chat box. I will wait. I want you guys to send it to me. Consumption is given, opening stock is given, closing stock is given. How much is the purchase? Actually, formula is opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock is equal to consumption. But here consumption is already given. Yeah, I will wait for your answer. Question number 11. Send the answer in chat box to me. I will wait for 1 minute. Give a try. Some students are saying option A, 1175. Some students are saying B. Guys, go very slow. Consumption is already given. Closing stock is given. Opening stock is given. I think 775000 option B is the correct answer. Yes, Remember, opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock is consumption. When you already have consumption and you want purchase, purchase should be equal to consumption 8 lakh plus closing stock 1,75,000 minus opening stock. So basically it is 8 lakh plus 175,000 minus 2 lakh rupee. I hope you understood this. 8 lakh plus 175 minus 2 lakh. 11,775,000. Yes, option B is the correct answer. Question 12. A company pays royalty to state government on the basis of production. It is treated as direct expense. Very important, because royalty, when you pay, you are paying it for a specific product. Royalty is not on the total output. Government may say, boss, you have product A, B, C, D. Only product C you have to pay royalty. Only on product C you will have to pay royalty. Then that royalty is paid is exclusively for that item. Any expenditure which is incurred exclusively for a particular product, particular job, particular customer has to be considered as what? Direct expense. I hope this is clear. This is direct expense cost. Next one. Sir, looks similar to the previous one. No, no, no. Read properly. Company is paying fine and penalty to state government for violation of law. It is treated as direct material, factory overhead, direct expense, none of the above. I will wait. It's a very good question. Question number 13. I want your answer in chat box. I want your answer in chat box. Question number 13. Please send your answers. I'm waiting. Some students are saying option D, none of the above. Others, good, 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 good. I can say everybody sending option D. Very good. None of the above. Why none of the above? Fine and penalty will never come to cost sheet. Where is the question of taking it as overhead or expense or material? None of the above. If in exam they print option D, this will not be taken in cost sheet. That you should tick. But as of now, I have only A, B, C. All three are wrong. Correct? Therefore, none of the above is the answer. Yes. Perfect. Question 14. Read. Cost of production plus opening FG minus closing FG will give you dash prime cost, COGS, sales or COS. Please read properly. You have come till COP. For COP you are adding opening FG, deducting closing FG. So COP plus opening FG minus closing FG should be COGS. Option B. Correct. For COGS we will add selling and distribution, office admin, general expenses, secondary packing, and that will become cost of sales. Correct. Question number 15. Secondary packing is an item in the category of dash. I want your answer. Observe, they are talking about secondary packing, not primary packing. Yes. Secondary packing is an item in the category of dash. In the chat box I can see, okay, a lot of them are saying selling and distribution. Good, good. Secondary packing is always part of selling and distribution. This is the packing that you make just before you dispatch the final item. Correct? Just before you dispatch it to general public, to your customers. All right. Question number 16. Income arising from sale of raw material scrap is dash. Very good question actually. Remember in cost sheet, what do? Income arising from sale of RM scrap. Option A says ignore. Option B says add it to material cost. Option C deduct it from material. Option D none of these. Even if you do not know, yeah, just apply common sense. Cost sheet is a statement of total cost. Cost sheet is a statement of total cost. In that, if there is some income that cannot be added, because cost sheet is all about cost, and if you have income it should be minused. And minus from where? They said arising from sale of raw material. If it is arising from sale of raw material, logically it should be deducted from direct material cost itself. Option C is the answer. Some students are sending option B. Guys, no, you will not add it. Please think. It is an income that you are earning. Why will you add an income to the cost sheet? Cost sheet is a statement of cost. Why will you add this? This is an income to you, right? Income should be minused. Yes. Question number 17. Primary packing is for dash and secondary packing is for dash. Okay. Option A says primary packing is to attract customers, secondary packing is to protect the item. Option B says both are for attracting customers. C says deducted and added in the cost sheet. So primary packing I should deduct, secondary packing I should add. Whereas option D says primary packing is for protecting the item and secondary packing is for attracting the customer. For me, D looks logical answer, because primary packing is done to ensure that the item is in good condition, to protect it from dust. Correct? Simple way to understand. I do the production, immediately pack it. A thin plastic cover maybe, just pack it and keep it in a safe condition. This is primary packing, and this is done for what purpose? To ensure that the item is in good condition. But secondary packing is the outer box that you have, which has the MRP, the logo, the brand name, all of that. That is to attract customers. Option D is the correct answer. Yes, with this, I think we did a quick revision of our cost sheet as well. We completed all 17 questions. All 17 questions. Okay. Yes. Let's move on. I am thinking after this, let's revise cost accounting system. I'll tell you why. Everybody, this cost accounting system also, this topic has half of this topic is all about cost sheet and reconciling cost sheet with P&L account. Everybody, the other half is all about the journal entry portion. Am I correct? Other half is all the journal entry portion. Yes. Therefore, since we just now covered cost sheet related discussion, we can complete this topic now itself. Are you with me on this? Because anyway, cost sheet has to be revised even now. Are you okay with this? Yeah. All right. Yes. Let's see what's there. Question number 1. Integrated system of accounts are maintained. Integrated system of accounts are maintained in separate books of costing and financial, same books of accounts, both A and B, none of the above. Guys, the name itself is integrated system. How can you have separate books? Correct? Yes, integrated system. The name itself is integration. That means everything is in one place. Everything is in one place. It should be same books of accounts. Question number 2. Under non-integrated accounts. Non-integrated, when they say, what does it mean? Cost accounting records and financial accounting records are kept separately. Yes. If material worth 1500 is purchased for a special job, then which account will be debited? Please understand the question first. They said some material is purchased for a special job. If you are buying it for a special job, then that entire cost has to be debited to that job itself. Everybody go slow here. Understand the journal entry. If you are simply buying raw material, then material control account or stores ledger control account debit to GLA, I understand. But if you are buying a material exclusively for job itself, then that material will get unloaded from lorry and immediately it will go to factory for work. There is no question of keeping that in godown for long. That means this should be debited directly to that special job. Yes, very important. Let's move on. Question number 3. Under the non-integrated system, Non-integrated. When they say same ledger is maintained for cost and financial, no, no, no. Separate ledgers are maintained for cost. Yes, yes, yes. Three times. A and B both, none of the above are useless options. When I say non-integrated, that means system is not in one place. Cost accounting records are maintained somewhere else. Financial accounting records are maintained somewhere else. Two separate accountants, two separate systems. Everything is separate. Let's move on. Question number 4. Yes. Don't see the answer, please. I'm sorry. I clicked the answer box first. Anyway, which of the following items should be added to the costing P&L? Sorry, added to costing profit to arrive at financial profit, assuming starting point is profit as per cost accounting, fine and penalty, interest paid on debenture, income tax paid, none of the above. Answer is none of the above. Why? Observe, which of the following items should be added to costing profit to reach financial profit? That means my costing profit is 100, but financial profit is 120. Why will I add fine and penalty, interest paid, income tax paid? No, 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 none of this. Actually, what I should add, income taken in FA, financial accounting, but not taken in cost accounting. That I should. But here, if you see, fine and penalty paid, interest is also paid, income tax is paid. I hope you're understanding. Yes. Ah. If they say interest earned, dividend income earned, received, then I would add it, because in cost accounting I would not have taken that as an income. In financial accounting they would have taken it as an income. Their income would be at a higher point. To reach there I'll have to add it. But here it is payment of interest, payment of penalty, payment of income tax. None of the above is the answer. Question number 5. I want you to try and send the answer to me in chat box. When costing loss is 5600, understand please, it's a loss, negative. Administration overhead under absorbed being 600, full stop. The loss as per financial accounts should be dash. Give a try. Here, yes. Give a try, please. When costing loss is 5600, administration overhead under absorbed is 600, loss as per financial accounts should be dash. Who can try? Who can try? Some are saying A, some are saying B. Guys, please go slow. Please go slow. I've told you something in the class. Costing profit or loss, you don't worry. Consider it as profit. But if it is loss, in Calc start with a minus sign. I've told you this, very simple, correct? Now when I say administration overhead under absorbed, what do you mean by under absorbed? In costing, we have taken less cost. In financial accounting, the cost is more. That means in cost accounting, when I have taken less cost, my profit is already more. I have to deduct it. That means it's a minus 600, and my starting point is also minus 5600. Now minus 5600 minus 600, my answer will come to minus 6200. Option B is the correct answer. Whoever gave correct answer, good. Whoever did a mistake, I am sure you did a mistake because of the word loss. I've told you something in the class already. Whether it is profit or loss, you first decide costing profit in your mind 5600. Then you decide what to do, plus or minus. Here we decided this number should be a minus. But starting point is also a loss. That means it is minus 5600 minus 600. Together it will be minus 6200. Loss of 6200. Correct? Yes. Let's move on. Sorry, I think I started from the beginning. Is question 5 done? No, just a second. Yes, here we are. Guys, just give me a second. Looks like there is some problem after fifth. Okay. Are you comfortable reading in this? Yeah. Since there is some issue with the slideshow, I'll have to continue this way. Okay. But the problem here is answer is visible. Let me see what is the issue. After 5, one second, guys. Let me see what's the problem. No, there is some problem. Okay, let me continue. Let's not waste time. Yes, question number 6. Everybody, I'll have to move forward. Yes, yes, I tried doing all the possible things. No, it's not even hidden. Okay, let me restart this PPT. Let's see if that can help. No, guys, there is some issue. So I'll have to continue this way. Yes, question number 6. Let's not waste time. Yeah. Of yes, question 6. Income such as interest received is taken in financial accounting only. Option C is the correct answer because interest received will never be taken in cost accounting. Option A also cannot be correct because there they are saying both cost accounting and financial accounting. How can that be true? Yeah, so that is a wrong statement. So correct answer is taken in financial accounting only. Yes. Question number 7. Identify the item not considered in cost sheet. Bad debt, goodwill written off, cash discount, all of this. Sir, it should be all of this. Correct? We do not take any of these items. We do not take any of these items. Can I continue? Question number 8. What is the journal entry for donation paid in cash under integrated system? First, I want you to think, under integrated system, should we pass journal entry for donation? Please think. Yes or no? If it is integrated, there is nothing to even think. Every entry has to be passed. Correct? Therefore, if it is integrated system, donation is paid, donation account debit to cash account. As simple as that. No question of GLA. Guys, GLA will come into play only when it is one journal entry. Debit side is in cost accounting, credit side is in financial accounting. For that, you have to maintain books separately. Where is the question of GLA in integration? When it is integrated, you have single system. In single system, any and every entry should be passed. Let's move on. Question number 9. Identify the correct entry for under absorption of factory overhead transfer to costing P&L. First of all, think under absorption. It's a loss. Under absorption is a loss, and all losses will go to the debit side of costing P&L account. That means correct entry should be costing P&L account debit. 2. Now see, observe option A and B, both we have costing P&L debit, but why will it be GLA? It's not GLA, it is factory overheads under absorption. We know which ledger it is. It's not cash or bank or debtor. Able to follow? Yes. One doubt, Guru, donation is not considered in cost sheet. Agreed. But that question was under integrated system. Under integrated system, cost account, and I'm going to previous question because he has a doubt. Under integrated system, cost accounting, financial accounting, both are in same system. Imagine you are the accountant managing both cost accounting and financial accounting. You have to pass an entry for donation. You cannot say I won't pass the entry because you are the only accountant. If the question was under non-integrated system, then what you are saying is correct. It will not be considered at all in cost accounting. Since it is an integrated system, you have to pass journal entry. There is no choice because you are maintaining both cost records as well as financial records. Is that clear to you, Guru? Yes. Ninth one I have anyway explained. Since it's an under absorption, it's a loss. All losses will be debited to costing P&L. So costing P&L account debit to factory overhead account. Question number 10. Everyone read slowly. Identify the correct entry for over absorption of office overheads transferred to profit and loss account. When they say over absorption, first understand what's the meaning. Over absorption is a saving, it's a gain, it's a benefit to you. Correct? If it's a saving, it's a benefit to you, it should go to the credit side of costing P&L. Common sense. That means our entry should be option C, office overhead account debit to costing P&L account. Understand, if under absorption is a loss and that is why it goes to the debit side, over absorption is a gain, and gain should go to, tell me, gain should go to the credit side of costing P&L. Yes. Let's move on. Question number 11. What is the journal entry for raw material stolen? Raw material stolen is what? Abnormal loss. Correct? And in abnormal loss, what happens? Costing P&L account should be debited without doubt. Yes, sir. Now, costing P&L, if I'm debiting, what to credit? Am I paying money? No, that means it cannot be GLA. And what is stolen? RM or FG? RM, that means it should be stores ledger control account. That means it is costing P&L account debit to SLC account. Option D. Option D is the answer. Yes. Let's continue. Question number 12. Journal entry for free distribution of finished goods as part of marketing event. First of all, please understand. Free distribution of what? Finished goods. When you do free distribution, FG account balance will come down because stock in hand has to come down because you are giving it for free. It is going out. That means FG control has to be credited. Decrease in asset must be credited. Okay, one thing is done. Second, it says free distribution. When you do free distribution, that too as part of marketing event, that means this cost should be considered as selling and distribution cost. Correct? If this is selling and distribution cost, then the correct ledger is selling and distribution overhead account debit. Yes. 2. Since you are giving off FG, it will be FG control account. Option D is the correct answer. I want to explain one more thing to you. Listen. If we are giving an advertisement in newspaper and paying cash for that, now advertisement also selling and distribution overhead account debit, but you will not be taking cash, sorry, you will not be taking FG control, you will be taking cash as a credit item because there the money is going. Correct? Instead of writing cash, we will end up writing GLA account. Therefore, if an advertisement is given in newspaper, correct entry is selling and distribution overhead account debit to GLA account. When we are writing GLA, we should know what exactly it is, cash or bank. But here in the question that you have on my screen, money is not going out. FG is going out. Therefore, FG should be credited. Question 13. Under non-integrated accounting, what is the journal entry for transfer of profit to reserve? Sir, neither profit is relevant nor reserve is relevant. When we are in cost accounting, both ledgers are completely ignored. Both ledgers are completely ignored. That means what should be the entry? Sir, no entry at all. Correct answer is option B. No need of any entry. Why will you pass an entry? You are in non-integrated system. In non-integrated system, cost accounting records are kept separately. Financial accounting records are kept separately. Yes. Question 14. Which of the below ledger will not be needed in integrated system? Definitely there is only one answer. What one answer? GLA. GLA. Why am I saying that? Please understand. When you integrate the books, where is the question of again maintaining GLA? GLA is maintained only because it is non-integrated system. Correct? There is raw material coming in, cash going out. But you do not want to open cash bank ledger because that is already maintained by financial accountant. It will be duplication. Therefore, you write GLA. So the purpose of GLA comes into picture only if you are under non-integrated system. If you are under integrated system, no question of GLA at all. No question of GLA. Question number 15. Yes. Sorry. Here. Question 15. Read, go slow. If starting point of reconciliation is profit as per financial accounting, what is the treatment of interest income received? Go very slow because they are talking about profit as per financial accounting as starting point. Please observe my this hand where I am holding pen, this is profit as per FA, and left hand where I am not holding anything, this is profit as per CA. They are saying this is your starting point. Okay, if starting point of reconciliation is profit as per FA, what is the treatment of interest income received? Now that interest income received in FA you would have already accounted as income, because of which you are at a higher point of profit. You are at a higher point of profit. To match that with cost accounting, you have to come down. You have to come down. To come down, what you should do? Minus. You have to deduct. I hope you are understanding. Yeah? Your starting point itself is profit as per FA. And in that, you have already accounted this income. So your profit is already higher. You have to bring it down. To bring it, you have to minus. Let's move on. Question number 16. Profit as per cost accounts 10,250. Donation 200. Profit on sale of investment 1,000. Bad debts 850. Profit as per financial accounts will be. Yes, I want you guys to try. Do not copy. I'm deleting the answer from the screen. I want you to try. Everybody, I want you to try. Try and send the answer. I will wait for 1 minute. Everybody, try and send the answer. I am waiting. Take your time. Work out and send the answer to me. Yes, I can see lot of them. Good. Sending the answer 10,200. Perfect. Yes. Good. 10,200 is the answer. Yes, please understand. Profit as per CA 10,250. Donation paid. You will have to minus this because in FA, financial accounting, they would have minused it as a cost. Now you also have to minus it. Profit on sale of investment, they would have taken. You will also have to take it, add it. Bad debts, they would have minused. You also have to minus. Finally, you will reach where? 10,200. Let's move on. Question 17. If starting point of reconciliation is loss as per CA, what is the treatment for goodwill written off? Goodwill written off. Please understand, goodwill written off. In financial accounting, they take this as a cost. They debit to P&L. And when they debit to P&L, their profits would have gone down. Now you also have to bring your profit down. Though you are in loss, you'll still have to bring it down. That means loss will be a bigger loss now. Basically, you'll have to minus it. So it's a deduction to be done. Option B is the correct answer. Yes. Question number 18. Question 18. Read. If starting point of reconciliation is profit as per CA and opening stock is 85,000 in financial books and 75,000 in cost books, what needs to be done in reconciliation? I will wait. Let me check how many of you can try. It says opening stock is 85,000 in financial books, 75,000 in cost books. That means in financial accounting, opening stock is more. And if their opening stock is already more, in financial accounting, their profit is already less. Profit is already less. If their profit is less, for us to reconcile, we should also minus. Minus how much? The difference. How much is the difference? 10,000 rupee has to be deducted. Option C is the correct answer. Can I continue? Everybody, 18th one, is it clear? I need a quick reply. This can be a confusion to some students. Therefore, I am rechecking. Let me know, everybody. Hope you're comfortable with this. Yes. All right, sir. Question 19. Under integrated system of accounting, select the correct entry. Students are saying, sir, delete the answer. We will discuss. Okay, done. Read. Under integrated system of accounting, select the correct entry for collection of money from debtors. When you say integrated system, You cannot say I will pass the entry, I will not pass the entry. No question. Every entry has to be passed. Every entry has to be passed. Correct. And when you collect money from debtors, what will happen? Cash balance will increase, debtor balance will decrease. That means it should be cash account debit to debtors account. Cash account debit to debtors account. Option D. Yes. Question 20. Closing stock is overstated in cost accounting. This will result in dash. Closing stock overstated in cost accounting. This will result in dash. No change in its profit, increase in costing profits, decrease in costing profits, none of the above. Please understand. In cost accounting, closing stock is overstated. So if you overstate closing stock is a credit side item. What happens if one item on the credit side goes up, one item on the debit side also should go up, correct? That means if closing stock is overstated, profit will also increase. Option B, increase, is the correct answer. Yes, everyone, let's move on. Question number 21. General ledger adjustment account is also called as, in short form, GLA. Yes, they are saying GLA is also called as general ledger control account, cost ledger adjustment account, cost ledger control account. Sir, we remember this was discussed in class, all of the above. Yes, if you remember the short form, I said GLA, GLC, CLA and CLC. Everything is one and the same. Everything is one and the same. Therefore, it should be all of the above. GLA, GLC, CLA, CLC. Everyone, I hope this is understood. Yes. All right. With this, we are done with 21 questions of cost accounting system. Let me go to the next one that I have planned for today. Let's see. Are you ready for job and batch costing? Job and batch costing. Yes. Everybody, can I get a quick reply? Job and batch costing. Another small topic. Yeah, they may ask one MCQ or two MCQs, or if they want to ask in descriptive question also, normally that EBQ question, economic batch quantity, that question they ask, or job cost sheet preparation they ask. Not a big topic, you shouldn't take too much time for your revision also. Let me start now. Question number 1. Yes, PPT is working perfectly fine now. You have to try the answers. Unit costing is applicable where A, product produced are unique and no two products are same. This is wrong. The word used is unit costing. What is the meaning of unit costing? One unit should look like another unit. You cannot have two units looking totally in a different way. Yeah. Second one, dissimilar articles produced. No, no, no. Option C looks correct to me. Homogeneous articles are produced on large scale basis. This is the correct answer. Option C. Guys, understand our cost sheet. How do I prepare? Heading cost sheet for 10,000 units, and we list out all the expenses starting from direct material up till selling and distribution overhead, and we do total cost. We divide by number of units. We will call it as cost per unit. That is possible when all those units are similar to each other. They are alike. Homogeneous means one unit, next unit, next unit, they're all same. Correct? If they are dissimilar, if every product is unique, then I cannot use unit costing. Yeah, for that we use job costing. Correct? Every unit is different, every product is different, every customer is new, then we use job costing, definitely not unit costing. Yes, sir. Let's move on. Question number 2. Job costing is dash applicable to all industries regardless of the product or service? No, no, no. We have so many different costing techniques: job costing, process costing, service costing. How can job costing be applicable to all industries? That's wrong. Second, it's a technique of costing suitable where similar products are produced on mass scale. No, no, no. Again, a mistake. Job costing is not at all for mass production. It's a method of costing used for non-standard, non-repetitive products. This looks perfect to me. Correct? Read properly. Non-standard, non-repetitive. What does it mean? I do not make only one variety. I keep changing the type of product. One customer is not like another customer. Every customer comes with his or her own requirements, and accordingly I have to make the product. Every time a customer comes, I'll be doing something new altogether. That's why it's called non-standard, non-repetitive. That means option D is the correct answer for job costing. Let me see question number 3. Yes. Different businesses, in order to determine cost of their product or service offering, follow dash different methods, uniform method of costing, different techniques of costing, none of the above. It should be different methods of costing. Basically, job costing, batch costing, process costing, service costing, correct? Based on the type of industry, to determine the cost of their product, they will use whatever is applicable to them. Yes, sir. Question number 4. In order to determine cost of the product or service, following are used: techniques of costing like marginal or standard, methods of costing, comparatives, all of the above. It is methods of costing. Read again. Just now I think I explained this 1 minute ago. In order to determine cost of the product, you will follow what? Job costing, batch costing, process costing, service costing, unit costing. That is all what? Method. Those are all methods of costing. Let's see question number 5. I think you can answer this. Question number 5. Everybody, you should try. In case products are produced or jobs undertaken are of diverse nature, the system of costing to be used should be process, operating, job costing, none of the above. Take your time. It says products produced, jobs undertaken are of diverse nature. What is the meaning of diverse nature? Variety, different items, different type. Everything is different from customer to customer, product to product. Sir, that means this is again a question on job costing. Yes, many have sent the correct answer in chat box. Very good. Yes. Let's move on. Question number 6. The production planning department prepares a list of material and stores required for the completion of a specific job order. This list is known as bill of material. In material chapter, if you remember, we had discussed this. Bill of material is that common document. Bill of material is that common document which will be used by everybody: planning department, stores department, costing department, engineering department. Everybody uses it. Correct? Answer is BOM. And when you prepare that list, a master document, this MCQ, the same concept I discussed in material chapter MCQ actually. BOM is prepared, which has all the information about the material, its quality, its thickness, measurement, alternate material, what are the standards that we should keep in mind, everything about the item. Yes. Let's see question number 7. I want you to try and send me a reply in the chat box. Question 7. Batch costing is similar to that of job costing except with one difference. And what's the difference? Job becomes a cost unit, batch becomes a cost unit, process becomes a cost unit. I want you to answer question number 7. Everybody reply. I can see some students are saying it should be option B. That's good. Yes, batch becomes the cost unit. Please understand those who get confused with this always. What is the meaning of batch becomes cost unit? Cost unit is anything for which cost is measured. Very, very simple sentence. Correct? Cost unit is anything for which cost is measured. If I'm in job costing, I measure cost for each job. If I'm in construction company, I will measure cost for each apartment, correct? Each house. So if I'm in batch costing, then for each batch I have to calculate cost. I will not calculate cost for each unit because read first line, batch costing is similar to that of job cost. The name itself is batch costing. You will never produce one at a time. What is the difference? In job costing, every customer is different, every product is different. You have to make one unit at a time. In batch costing, one unit, next unit, next to next unit, they're all same, homogeneous, similar, identity, size, shape, color, taste, everything is same, one item and the other item. Therefore, when you calculate cost, there is no use of calculating cost per unit. The logical thing is to do cost per batch. So batch itself becomes a cost unit. I hope not only the correct answer, you also understood the meaning. Cost unit is anything for which the cost is calculated. In batch costing, we calculate cost per batch. So batch becomes the cost unit. Let's move on. Question number 8. I want you to try this. The main point of distinction between job and contract costing: one, length of time; second, big job versus small job; activity to be done outside the factory area; all of the above. Sir, looking at the date, looking at the information given, it looks like all of the above because contract costing is used by construction companies, and definitely a job may take 2 3 weeks, construction may take years. Construction is always a big job, correct? And activities should always be done outside the factory. In construction, where is the question of factory? It's a site. Yes or no? Answer should be all of the above. All of the above. Next, question number 9. Batch costing can be used in service industry, manufacturing industry, construction industry, all of this only manufacturing industry, because service industry uses operating costing. There is a separate technique altogether. Why will I mix that with batch costing? And construction industry is using contract costing. Contract costing. Batch costing is used by manufacturing industry, but the only condition is one unit, next unit should look similar. And you should not produce one unit at a time. You should be producing one batch at a time. Bulk production. Yes. Question number 10. Economic batch quantity is that size of the batch of production where average cost is minimum, setup cost is minimum, carrying cost is minimum, both B and C. Economic batch quantity we are talking about square root of 2 AS by C. A is annual FG, S will be setup cost and C will be carrying cost. And the line says economic batch quantity is that size where both, correct, setup cost and carrying cost are minimum. The answer should be option D because it says both B and C. I think everyone is understanding what I'm saying. It says both B and C. Both B and C. That is why I am going with option D. Yes, question number 11. Non-production overheads might be added to the cost of the job, option A, as a percentage of prime cost, as a percentage of production cost, either A or B, None of these two. Understand the wording, non-production overhead. And you want to add it to the cost of the job using some percentage. Now, what percentage should I consider? It's a percentage of prime cost to the job or percentage of production cost to the job, or it is either A or B. I'll go with either A or B. I'll tell you the reason. Question says non-production. Therefore, I am not saying option B is completely wrong. Everybody, please focus. I'm not saying non-production overhead can be a percentage of production cost. Yeah. But then, guys, some of you please go slow. Non-production overhead meaning what? Anything other than production overhead? That means it is office admin overhead, selling distribution overhead. And that should be a percentage of what? Since it is below COP, I can take COP as the basis. I can take COP as the basis. I hope you're understanding. Yeah. Therefore, if I say option B as the correct answer, even that is okay. But option A is not completely wrong in my opinion, because it is anyway a percentage relationship that you're trying to establish. Therefore, if you call it as a percentage of prime cost, it's not wrong. Therefore, my suggestion for this, we will go with either A or B. I know B is more correct. B is more correct, but C is not wrong. I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to say. It's not about correct answer, wrong answer. B is correct answer. C is more appropriate. It's more appropriate. Therefore, I'm going with option C. Okay, either A or B. Question number 12. Which of the following statement is or are correct? Statement number 1. A material requisition note is used to record the issue of direct material to specific job. Sir, this is true. This is a correct statement. Second one. All job cost sheets look alike. Sir, this looks wrong, because all job cost sheets will not look alike. That's a basic feature of a job costing. Correct? One process, one customer, one order, one product that is not similar to the next order or next product. How can the cost sheets look similar? In this, say, job number 101, there may be few items which are not there in job number 102. If it is not there, I will not take. So why should I say that every job cost sheet should have a same format? Definitely not a correct thing. I think statement 2 is a wrong statement. Let's see what is statement 3. The job costing method can be applied in customized product industry. This is true, true, and true. That means, sir, we should go with 1 and 3. 1 and 3, and that is option C. Everybody, 1 and 3 is in option C. Let's move on. Question number 13. In case product produced or jobs undertaken are of diverse nature, the system of costing to be used is job costing. Guys, very simple. Let's not waste time on this, because the wording says diverse nature. That means one item is not like the other item. Yes, then it has to be job cost. Yes, let's spend time on some good questions. A very simple and silly question. Yes, I will continue. Question number 14. It says, the most suitable cost system where the product differs in type of material and work performed. Again, one more way of putting the same thing. Even this is job costing. Basically, I am discussing too many questions which give same answer for a simple reason. In exam, any of this can happen. Correct? You should know basic feature of job costing. One product is not like the other product. Every cost sheet will look different. Products are not homogeneous in nature. Correct? Customization is possible. These are the basic features. So they may even ask you to write a short notes on job costing. That time also you should know how to pick up that. Yes. Let's see. Question 15. In a job costing system, which of the following documents is used to record the issue of direct material to the job? Goods receipt note, wrong, wrong, wrong. Because goods receipt note is prepared when goods are received at the warehouse. Supplier will send, those items are unloaded and kept in the warehouse. At the time of unloading, you prepare this GRN, goods receipt note. B. Material requisition. That looks okay to me. I will wait. Purchase order, definitely wrong, because in purchase order, your company purchase team is raising a request to your supplier. Correct? This cannot be the answer here. Last one, purchase requisition. In fact, in material topic also, many students did this error. Read properly. Which of the following document is used to record the issue of direct material to job? It has to be material requisition. It has to be material requisition. Purchase requisition is raised by purchase department. It is raised by purchase department. And who will read it? Sorry, it will be prepared by stores department. I'm sorry, my mistake. I repeat, purchase requisition is raised by stores department and that will be read by purchase department. Stores manager, warehouse manager will write a request and give it to the purchase department. They will have to send that item, send those material items. Correct? Yes, material requisition is raised by the one who will be consuming it. Production department, engineering department, R&D unit. They are using that raw material. The request they raise is called as material requisition. Question 16. Which of the following statements is true? Job cost sheet may be used for estimating profit of jobs. That is true. Job costing cannot be used in conjunction with marginal costing. This is not 100% true, because you can use job costing along with marginal costing knowledge also. You cannot say it can't be used at all. A production order is an order received from a customer for particular job. No, 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 no. This is also wrong. So I think option A is the correct answer. A job cost sheet is used for ascertaining the profit of the job. Very simple question. At the end of the job cost sheet, what do you get? The profit. Profit from that job. Profit from that job. Next. Question 17. Job costing is similar to that of batch costing except with the difference. Job becomes a unit, batch becomes a unit, process becomes a unit, none of the above. Now job becomes a unit should be the answer, because the question starts with this line. Job costing is similar to that of batch costing except with the difference. Now your baseline is job costing. So you should select job becomes a cost unit. Yes. Sir, we have done one similar question like this. Correct, but there the question was in a reverse order. There is said batch costing is similar except with the difference. Now they are asking job costing is similar except with the difference. Job itself becomes a cost unit. I can see in the chat box some of you are getting confused. Guys, this question is almost like the one we discussed. But then there the starting point was batch costing is similar, just with the difference. Now it is job costing is similar, just with a difference. Okay. Yes. With this, I think we have completed all questions of job and batch costing. Though it's a small topic, I decided to cover almost 17 questions. 17. Yes. Perfect. Let's move on, which is the next topic for the day. Before activity based costing, I want you guys to try joint and byproduct. Joint and byproduct. Yes. Let's begin. Yes, sir. For the purpose of allocating joint cost to joint products, the sale price of final product reduced by cost to complete after split off is assumed to be equal to dash. Read properly, everybody. It says the sale price of the final product minus cost to complete after split off point is assumed to be equal to what? Net sales value at split off point. Please understand, the wording used is sale price of final product. Final product means after doing all further processing. From that you have to minus cost to complete after split off. Therefore, that cannot be joint cost. That cannot be normal profit margin. That has to be net sale value at a split off point. Those who are getting confused with this, please read it again and again. You will get the clarity. It's not a confusing one. From the sale value of final product, if you take out further processing cost, what you get can be assumed as sale value at a split off point. This question number 2. Yes, very good question, very interesting one. When a byproduct does not have any realizable value, what does it mean? There is a byproduct, but it has no value, no realizable value. Then cost of that byproduct, what to do? Very good question. Observe, you have incurred some money, there is some cost for that byproduct, but that byproduct cannot be sold in the market. And since you can't sell it in the market, it will not earn any income of its own. But what about its cost? Who will have to take care of that cost? Sir, it's a byproduct, and if byproduct has some cost and it cannot earn its own income, let that be taken care by other good units. Correct? Option B, byproduct cost is borne by the good units. There will be main products A and B. Let's assume A, B and X. A and B are main products, X is a byproduct. For X you have spent some money. For X you have spent some money. But that money now cannot be recovered because there is no income arising. Therefore, what to do now? The cost incurred on item X to be taken care by good units, that is A and B. There are only three, A, B and X. If X is not there, it has to be A and B. Which of the following is the least preferred method of allocating joint costs? Think, think, think. They are saying least preferred. That means it should not be used at all. Quantity based, market value based, contribution based, equal ratio. I have told you this in class also. This equal ratio is the most meaningless and useless method. It says you have extracted three items, share the total joint cost in equal ratio. That's the last thing. That's the last thing. Yeah. Guru in the chat box is saying, what for previous question is it? He says, sir, amount spent on X is not recovered. Guru, I am talking about byproduct X. I don't know where are you right now. I don't know what you're thinking. I was talking about A, B and X. In my example, X was a byproduct. That's why I said you have spent some money for that X. Very good. Yeah. Guru, all the best for your examination. This Guru will understand in exam when he has to work out some reverse working sum and he says, let's assume, yeah, let's assume this as X, and he will try to find out the X. He will understand this joke properly. Very good. Chalo. Yeah. Can we move on others? Yes, sir. Adventure Guru is his name in the chat box. I don't know what is his name, by the way. Anybody knows what is his name? Adventure Guru. Is he Guru or it's something else? Anyone knows who is this guy? His name is Guru. Okay. Yes. His name is Srivat Srivatsa. Okay. Okay. Srivatsa, can we move on, please? Can we move on? Not from X. I'm saying from question number 3. Can I move on? Yeah, very good. Chalo. Question number 4. Hmm. In sugar manufacturing industry, molasses is also produced along with sugar. Now tell me, this molasses is a byproduct, because that's not the main product. That's not the main purpose. Correct? In a sugar factory. Molasses may be of smaller value as compared with value of sugar, and this is called as what? It's a byproduct. It's a byproduct. Correct? Byproduct is a secondary product. Byproduct cannot be a primary item. Byproduct is not why you have started that business. If that happens, happens. Otherwise, don't worry. Understand. Very easy way to observe. Yeah, observe my wordings. If you get that output, well and good. You don't get that output, no problem. That's how you understand byproduct. Yes. Let's move on. Question number 5. When a company produces two different products through a common production process, that means joint process, the factor that determines whether these two products are joint products or one main product and one byproduct is dash. Understand the question first. They are saying company makes two products. On what basis they will decide which is the main product and which is the byproduct? I hope you are clear with the question first. Which is the main product? Which is the byproduct? How do they decide? Option A. Management's policy about individual products? Definitely no. Relative sale value of individual product? Can be yes. I will wait. Potential marketability of individual products? Again, if you can market it, you should be able to estimate the sales value. So I don't think C is a good answer. Let's see. Amount of work done in production? Definitely no. I'll go with option B. Relative sales value of individual products. Because if it has high sale value, you can consider that as main product. Another has very low sale value, you can consider that as a byproduct. Yeah. Question number 6. I want you to try. When income arising from sale of byproduct is of less value, that means you have got one byproduct, you sold it, but the income you made is very small amount. What will you do with such income? Option A, you credit it to P&L account as a miscellaneous income. Yes, this was one of the options. If you remember in class, we have discussed this. I'll quickly write a small chart that I wrote in the class also. What to do with byproduct? You have to first identify whether the income arising is of small value or high value. Remember this small chart? If it is small value, then it can either go to the credit side of P&L account as an income, or it can be considered as reduction from joint cost. It can be considered as reduction from joint cost. Correct? So that means it is either A or B. Yes, option C is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. What if it is high value? Then you will have to treat it just like the main product. Treat it like main product. Now don't even segregate one as main product, one as byproduct. Both main product and byproduct are of high value. Where is the question of calling something as less important and something as more important? Now, question number 6. Under net realizable value method of apportionment of joint cost, the selling and distribution cost is to be deducted from the sales value. Remember, NRV method is also called reverse cost method. What do you do? Start from the sales value final product minus profit percentage, if any. That will give you total cost. From that you take out selling and distribution. Taking out means you minus. Remember, when you do reverse working, sales minus profit will give you total cost. From that you take out selling and distribution, office admin, general expenses. This will be cost of production. Yes, Harish, I will clarify your doubt for question 7. Just give me a minute. Let me complete this. So I get cost of production. From that, if I take out separate cost, I will get the joint cost. In fact, you have to read it from the bottom to understand. First you spend joint cost, then you spend separate cost, then that becomes cost of production, then you add office, admin, general, selling, distribution, all expenses. That will give you total cost. For that you add profit, and finally you sell. Now, when we are doing net realizable value, or when we call it reverse cost method, we start from sales and we take out profit. We get total cost. From that, we deduct selling and distribution. Therefore, selling and distribution in this case, it should be deducted. Sorry, not option B. Option C, deducted from sales value. Deducted from sales value. I've also written here for your reference. From sales, you first take out profit, you get total cost. From that, you should take out selling and distribution cost. Question number 8. Before that, let me clarify the doubt. The student was asking about fifth question. Yes, listen. Why, sir, it's not option A? Management policy about individual product. What if item A, item B, both are of equal high value? Now, management cannot say, though both are high value, I will consider second item as negligible value. I will count first item as main item, second item as byproduct. Logically speaking, that's not correct. If I am getting material A 10 lakh rupee, item A 10 lakh rupee, item B is also 9.5 lakh rupee, I don't want to treat it like a secondary product. Both these products are equally important to me. Correct? One item is 10 lakh rupee, another item is some 7,500 rupee. Now I can say, look, it has a very low sales value. It will generate very less income. Let's not consider this as our main product. This is our secondary product. So it's not the management policy. It is whether that item can be sold in the market or not. And if you are able to sell, will you get good amount of money when compared to the main product? If main product, byproduct can give you almost equal value, then you will treat both of them equally. Even the byproduct will be treated like a main product. Correct? So it's not the policy that they will say always B is secondary, A is primary. If B also has equal monetary value, sales, then you consider A and B as par. Both are equal. Is this clear, Harish? Yes? All right, sir. Let's move on. Question number 8. Yes. In contribution margin method, the basis of apportionment of joint cost will be sales minus fixed cost, sales minus total cost, variable cost plus fixed cost, sales minus variable cost. Guys, the heading is contribution margin method. Some of you know this from marginal costing topic. Contribution margin means what? Sales minus variable cost. That means what should be the correct answer? Option D, sales minus variable cost. It has to be sales minus variable cost without any doubt. Yes, name itself is contribution margin. One student is saying variable cost plus fixed cost. No. If you do variable cost plus fixed cost, you get total cost. And you are talking about margin. Margin will be sales minus variable, correct? Yes. Question number 9. The main purpose of accounting of joint products and byproducts is to determine opportunity cost. No. Determine replacement cost. Definitely no, not even connected. Determine profit or loss of each product line. This looks correct to me. I will still read option D. None of the above. No, I will go ahead with C. Because in every sum in the class, in your practice also you would have done, at the end of joint product or byproduct, you tend to find out what? Profit. Profit if I further process, profit if I sell at split off point. That means the focus is to know whether this joint product is profitable or not, whether this byproduct should be sold as it is or should be further processed. That means the primary agenda is to know which joint product should be further processed, which one should be sold at split off point. I need to know its profitability. Yes. Question number 10. Big one, go slow. SG Limited manufactures two products from a joint milling process. That means it's a common process. The two products developed are mine support MS and commercial building CB. MS, CB, two products. A standard production run incurs joint cost of rupees 1 lakh, and it will result in 60,000 units of MS, 90,000 units of CB. Remember, 60 and 90 are quantity, 6 is to 9 ratio. Continue. Each MS can be sold for 200 rupee and each CB is sold for 450 rupee. Assuming no further processing work is done after split off point, the amount of joint cost to be allocated to CB on, observe, physical quantity allocation basis would be dash. That means they're asking you joint cost is allocated on quantity basis and total joint cost is 1 lakh rupee. How much is to be apportioned to CB? I want you guys to try. I will wait for a minute. I want you to try. Who can answer? Guys, observe, they have given selling price in the question, and that is only to confuse you. When question is on quantity basis, what is the use of that selling price data? Some of you are unnecessarily worried with selling price. The apportionment of joint cost is on physical quantity basis. Yeah, I can see some answers now slowly. 60,000, option A, good, good. 1 lakh should be shared in the ratio 6 is to 9. 6 by 15, 9 by 15. That's all. This 200 rupee, 450 rupee, that's all market value, sales value. And question clearly says that you'll be doing on physical quantity basis. Yeah, correct, sir. It should be 6 is to 9, 60,000. Question 11. Method of apportionment of joint cost on the basis of quantity of each joint product at the point of split off is known as dash. Guys, if you are taking quantity as the basis, what is the name for that? Sale value? No. Physical unit? Yes, yes, yes. That's the answer. Average cost, marginal cost, both are wrong. When you are taking quantity, liter, meter, gallons, tons, quintals, that means you are apportioning on what basis? Physical unit basis? Physical unit basis. Yes, that's all we have done with, we are done with joint and byproduct. Let's see, do we have time today? We can do one more topic quickly. Guys, are you ready for one more small topic? Can I get a quick reply? Because I cannot take up any big topic now. Process costing, overheads, all these will take a lot of time. I'm thinking of discussing a small topic, activity based costing. Are you ready? Yes, this may take about 15 minutes. That will be almost 2 hours of class for today. Yeah, perfect. Chalo, first activity based costing. Read properly. Read properly. Setup cost is 52,000 rupee. Number of setups 520. Cost per setup is 100 rupees. Here 520 is called as dash. Go slow. It's a simple question, but all chances you will get confused. 52,000 is the amount. 520 number of setups. When you do 52,000 by 520, you get 100 rupee. So what is 520 here? Some students are saying option A. Guys, option A is wrong answer. Option A is wrong answer. Observe, they have already given 100 rupee. 100 rupee is your cost driver rate. Option C, cost driver volume is the answer. What is cost driver volume? Setup cost is driven by number of setups. Setup cost is driven by number of setups. Correct? And 520 number of setups should be understood as volume. Volume means number, quantity. That means this should be cost driver volume. Some students who are thinking option A, this 100 rupee that they have given in the question, that is cost driver rate. Correct? Yes. Question 2. Read. The key elements of activity based budgeting are type of activity to be done, quantity of activity, cost of the activity, everything is the answer. So all of the above, not everything, all of the above. If you have to prepare an activity based budget, you have to first estimate what are the activities to be done, how many units, how many times, how many hours we have to do, and what is the cost or expense to be incurred. So option D, all of the above is the correct answer. Yes. Question number 3. A cost driver is a force behind the cost, is an allocation base, is a transaction that is significant determinant of cost, all of the above. Cost driver, understand, is anything that drives the cost, anything that drives the cost. That's why they said it's a force behind the cost. And is it an allocation basis? Yes, you will find out cost driver rate and accordingly apply it to product A, B, C, D. Yeah, and is this significant in determining the cost? Definitely yes, yes, and yes. All of the above is the answer. Let's move on. Question number 4. Steps involved in ABC. Identification of activities and their respective cost. Correct. Identification of cost driver of each activity and computing a rate per activity. Yes, we call it as cost driver rate. For a descriptive question, this is our working note 1. Yes. Allocation of overhead cost to products or service based on the activity perfects are all of the above. Once again, this is more like a descriptive question. What they can ask? Tell me simply, explain the steps in ABC. Correct? We have 5 steps in the textbook. In class material, they have clubbed second and third, and then third and fourth. This can be a good descriptive question actually. All of the above is the answer. Question number 5. Read. Which of the following statements are true? First statement, activity based management involves activity analysis and measurement. 100% true. You have to first analyze what are the activities, which are the value added, which are the non value added activity. And you have to measure, are we taking more time, less time, are we producing more units, less units. That is called performance measurement and evaluation. That is a true sentence. Second point, activity based costing serves as a major source of information in activity based management. Correct? Unless you implement activity based costing system in your company, how will you be able to do activity based management? To manage, you should have first record keeping. That means both sentences are true. And where do I have it? Option B says true and true. Yeah. All right. Question number 6. Identify the incorrect combination. Incorrect combination. Sir, it's an odd man out question. Yes. Read. Setup cost. Number of setup. This is the correct combo. Packing cost. Number of boxes packed. Correct combo. Assembly cost. Number of purchase order. Sir, this looks like incorrect combination. Let me still read option D. Testing cost, number of test or inspection, correct. Option C is the answer. Assembly cost is not based on purchase order. Tell me what is the correct answer. Assembly cost is based on number of parts assembled, number of spare parts assembled. That should be the correct basis. Yeah. Purchase order is a different activity altogether. Purchase order is purchase of raw material. Assembling is assembling of your end product, multiple spare parts in a cycle factory. You have all the parts, correct? Components that you assemble. That has no connection to purchase orders. So option C will be the answer. Let's move on. Question number 7. Transactions undertaken by support department employees are appropriate cost drivers. Find the one which is not appropriate. Read. The number of purchase, supplies, customer order drives the cost associated with new material inventory, WIP, FG. This looks correct to me. The number of production run undertaken drives production scheduling, inspection, material handling. This is also correct. They're asking which one is not appropriate, by the way. Yeah. Option C. The quantity of raw material received drives the cost of receiving department. 100% true. Last one. The quality of raw material issued drives the cost of receiving department. This looks wrong to me. This looks like the answer because question is not appropriate. Yeah. Because how is quality going to drive the cost? Quantity will drive, activity will drive. How many times I repeat the activity, that will drive the cost. Quality won't drive the cost. Understanding? Yes. Question number 8. Which of the following is not a benefit of activity based costing? Accurate cost allocation, improved decision making, better control on activity, reduction in prime cost. Sir, option D. How can you reduce prime cost by implementing activity based cost? First three make sense. Accurate cost allocation, improved decision, better control. All of this looks correct to me. Yeah. Last one is meaningless actually. Not just wrong answers are meaningless. Question number 9. The key elements of activity based budgeting. Type of activity, quantity of activity, cost, all of the above. Looks like this is a repetition. Yeah. Anyway, easy question. Question number 10. Yes. Read properly. Identify the correct statement. Option A. There is no difference between traditional and ABC method of overhead absorption. Sir, this is completely wrong. Otherwise, why will we study one separate topic? Traditional method is overhead chapter and ABC is a separate chapter. Why is it a separate chapter? Because there is a big difference in the way you do overhead estimation. Option A is wrong. Second, traditional method is superior to ABC. Definitely not. If that was superior to ABC, we would not have studied ABC. ABC is a modern one, better one, more scientific one. Option C. In traditional method, overheads are absorbed on the basis of activity performed irrespective of time spent. This is complete wrong statement because traditional method is all about machine hour rate, labor hour rate. Remember MHR, LHR, and both machine hour rate and labor hour rate are based on the time taken, worked. Correct? It's based on the time. It is not based on what activity is performed. I hope you're understanding. It is based on time taken. Yeah. Option D. In ABC method, overheads are absorbed on the basis of activity performed irrespective of time spent. This looks correct to me because in activity based costing, you do not give much of value to the time. You will only ask one question. How many boxes did you pack? How many parts did you assemble? How many customer complaints did you address over phone? How many batches you have run? That means you won't ask the question how many hours you spent because in ABC everything is based on activity, nothing is based on time spent. Therefore, D is the correct answer. In ABC method, overheads are absorbed on the basis of activity, whereas traditional method goes by time. Yes? Alright. With this, our small topic of activity based costing is also done. Alright. Yes. Guys, we have spent almost 2 hours on MCQ today. Therefore, I will be winding up today's session. Tomorrow, we will be continuing with our MCQ revision, and please follow this channel. I will be sharing the update about the next YouTube live session, because we may have to do 2 sessions instead of 1 session. Original plan was to do total 3 sessions. We are already done with 2, but I don't think in a single session I will be able to complete. That will be an injustice. I'll have to go very fast, and I don't want to do any of those things. If needed, we will spend extra time. I will arrange one more session. So totally, instead of 3 sessions, we will do 4 sessions, but we will do it properly. Okay. Therefore, if you're already part of my Telegram group, I will share the details there. Or if you're following any of our social media handle, either my Instagram or my YouTube channel or Yashas Academy channel, Yashas Academy Telegram channel, anything is okay. You will get the update about tomorrow's session. Yeah, please check tonight itself before sleeping. You will get the update in any of these places: Yashas Academy social media channels, Telegram, YouTube channel, or Instagram. Or if you're following me, then my Telegram channel or my YouTube channel or my Instagram. I will share the details about the next session. And in next session, we will have to start with two big topics: first overheads, and then process costing. Yeah, unless those two are done, I will not be able to start marginal costing or budget or standard costing. Yeah, so I will be sharing the details, and all of that will be done in our next 2 sessions. Okay, I hope this session was useful. By the end of our 4 sessions, my plan is to spend about 6.5 7 hours only on MCQ, and that will be more than sufficient preparation, because only 15 MCQs are going to come, and spending almost 7 hours on MCQ will be more than sufficient. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We will meet again tomorrow. Stay tuned for the timings, and you start preparing balanced topics from your end, and we will join live again. Yeah, take care. Till then, bye bye.